Hi, it's Hazel Marie. Welcome to my craft room. A lot of people get Happy Mail, but I got a surprise box and I got it hand delivered. Can you believe it? My friend Letty came over on Tuesday and we had a craft day and she brought me a box full of goodies. So I want to share those with you. And as you notice, it's in this box. And I told Letty, I said, you know what? That box is just begging to be altered. So that's going to be one of my projects really soon is I'm going to alter this box. So you don't want to miss that. I can just imagine a lot of lace on it and trim and bling and a lot of good stuff. So you don't want to miss that. Okay, first of all, let me just scoot this back a little bit and I'll show you the first thing that she gave me. Is that about the cutest little scarecrow you've ever seen? He is so cute. She happens to know that I love scarecrows. And when she came over to the house, I think she was a little surprised at how many scarecrows and things I had decorating for the fall season. So isn't that cute? I love it. So cute. Precious. The next thing she gave me was a book of punch outs. Well, I guess they're stickers. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Of stickers. And it says Peace on Earth. And it's got squirrels and acorns and owls. Just a really neat tree. So cute. So cute, cute. And this one happens to be the Frost sticker book. So that was my second gift. And then look what she gave me. So excited. This is really my very first, I haven't had Happy Mail, but I have a surprise box. So that's kind of neat. She gave me this really neat jar. And it has a flower on top. As you can see, it's all pretty. And it has a, I guess you'd call it a pen holder. And then it has a button on the top. And inside here, it has all kinds of, it has black and natural clothespins. And those are just begging to be used and to be altered. And it has some, which is kind of neat. She put some stamps, a tandem bicycle. My husband is a bicyclist. And so she thought of me when she saw that. And then live and laugh. She and I did a lot of laughing that day. We had a lot of fun. Letty is new to the crafting world, and she loves everything, and she wants to learn. She's like a sponge. She just soaks it up. She loves it. And we just had so much fun doing things that she wondered how you did them, how you put them together. Oh, my goodness. We used the crocodile. We used the Sissick's Big Shot. We just did all kinds of things. We made some bows, and we made some dangle charms, flowers, just so many neat things. And we had such a good time. And then we broke for lunch. Took her to a new place for her. She's new to the area, Jason's Deli. And we had a great lunch. And look at this. Gift toppers. And there are the little rosettes. It says, open me first. No peeking. And a little snowman. I love snowmen. I love rosettes. There's just something about them. I know they've been around for a while, but I love those. The next thing she sent me, of course I did peek that day. Look at all these buttons. Can you believe them? Oh, wooden buttons. Oh my goodness. They have all kinds of things. There's a heart. And they have flowers. Oh, that's kind of like a mosaic maybe. And that reminds me of the 60s there. Look at this. They're just so cute. And so many of them. I love wooden buttons. That is going to be fun using those. Love those. Let's see here. Might as well do envelopes first. Look at these. Aren't these pretty? Orange and blue. Oh, different sizes. Oh, look at this one. Can you see how shiny it is? Oh, look, I just love these. These are so cute. Oh, such a sweetheart. And I loved it. Oh, it was so exciting going through and looking at all this stuff. Now I know why people get so excited when they get Happy Mail. Oh, and look at this. I think this is so cute. This is on a spool. And it is a spool. And this actually is a wooden spool, which I'm kind of surprised because so many things are plastic nowadays. Has this beautiful blue ribbon. And I don't have a lot of blue, but I do have a pocket letter pal that likes blue. So I'm glad. I'm trying to get more blues into my world of pinks and lavenders, greens and creams. And look at this. A whole bunch of buttons. So I can really use those making flowers and putting on my projects. If you want to, you know that you can spray these if you want them a different color. You can even add something on top. They have a little shank, and you just take your wire cutters and you cut those shanks off if you don't want them to stand up, if you want them to be flat. So for the newbies who may not know that, you can just take those off. But make sure that when you do it, that you point it away from your eyes. Protect your eyes. I know I've had 2 different accidents with mine, and you don't want that. Not crafting, but doing yard work. Oh, I forgot what was in here. Oh my goodness. These are buttons. There is a little tree. There is a cute little reindeer. A package. How cute is that? Another tree, a different kind of tree. A package. Ah, these are so cute. Ah, look at this, a leaf. It's a button. These are so cute. I love them. And look at this one, a tall one. And there's another tall one. Oh, and look at this one. Kind of an iridescent. You can see through it. Can you see that? Cute. Whoops, I lost one. Can't lose my goodies because I've got to use all these. Oh, so neat. This is so sweet of Letty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh-oh. You know what I did? Put them in the wrong envelope. I know you don't do things like that. But I do. Sometimes I just get so excited. Aha. I'll have to make sure I don't have any more in this envelope over here. Don't want them in the wrong envelopes. And look at these letters. Now these are cute. These will be great for next fall because I've already done or completed my fall pocket letters. Next year, woohoo, I'm going to use these letters. And then I got these beautiful red doilies, paper doilies. Love these. Now look at this. I'm a little slow getting into the sequence craze, but I have a new fusion tool, and I am going to make some pockets, and I am so tickled. Look at this, these colors. I have got lavender, or excuse me, looking upside down. I've got pink and a darker pink, and it goes into purples and lavenders. Some of my favorite colors. And let's see, what else did Letty give me? Aha, look, stamps. It says Merry Christmas, Santa Claus, and it says North Pole, an ornament, there's a snowflake, holly, Wonderland, I think, yes, reading upside down. Here's a reindeer, the 25th, snowflake. Love these. I didn't have any of those. And then my last thing in my box are these stickers. And it says, thinking of you, thanks, thank you, baked with love. And I was telling Letty that I had just bought some labels, thinking of labels here. I had just bought some stickers, and they were having to do with cooking. And so we decided, we need a recipe swap. So I'll be using these. Isn't that fun? Love it. Thank you, Letty, so much. That means so much that she thought of me, and she came bearing gifts when she came to visit me. And I'm going to put my things right back here in my box. I'm going to cover them up because I have a pocket letter that I just completed that I want to share with you. I'm going to put these here out of the way. I'm going to put them right over here. And I'm going to bring my pocket letter over, and I'm going to share it with you. Now, my pocket letter pals and myself, we're actually exchanging Christmas right now because the holidays get so busy. And so we are doing Christmas. And this one is, of course, has the 9 pockets, which are the pocket letters. And I have used a ribbon down the side, which is gold and silver. Then I have a tag over here. And I made the tag. Simply, this is 2 inches wide, and then I just trimmed the side using the piece I trimmed off over here so that it was even. And then I put a flower on it, and I made a dangle. And this right here is using Nurse Tara's idea of wrapping wire. And that's what I did to make sure it was nice and tight. And I attached it with a brad. Now let me get this over here right quick. And a lot of you, I know, said, oh, I use crocodiles all the time. Well, you know, my friend Letty had never even heard of a crocodile, never seen one. And she jokingly told my husband, she said, I thought she was going to pull that out and pull a tooth or something. But no, I'm not. This thing is really wonderful. If you notice up here on the top, it has a section on this side and on this side. And actually, if you look up here, there is a hole. And over here, there is another hole. One is 1/16 and one is 3/16. And you put your piece of paper in here and press down, and it makes the hole. So as you can see right here, I used the 3/16. You'll notice right here, I made a hole punch here. I made a hole punch here, and that was using this side. Just put it in there, clump. Okay. Then what I did was I took and I took a brad, and they look like this. Let me turn it around so you can see it. It has a round surface on the top, and these come in all kinds of different colors. But if I were going to use this here, and I'm not, the reason being is this one does not fit a notebook. But if you notice here, it's got this little part that stands out. Can you see that? And here, if you pull this down, this has different sizes on it. And this happens to be the largest one that I have here. So I'm going to put that back, push it up. It's ready to go. And then all I would do is put the little tooth, I'm going to call it a tooth. This little piece that's standing up, I would put it over. Whoops. I wouldn't do it like that. Forget that. That's not very good, is it? Let me show you a little bit better way. Let's just say it was there. And I would just simply go over, line it up, and chomp it down. And this really doesn't take a lot of strength. Like that. And it closes the brad on the other side. Let me show you. See? Closes the brad. That's neat. Love this thing. Hopefully my friend will be getting one of those soon. When you're starting out in a new craft room, oh boy, do you need a lot of different stuff. But you know, you can make do with what you have. If you don't have it, it's okay. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this. This is called a Winter Wonderland. And these particular 3D pieces that I have all came from my, Hobby Lobby. A few maybe came from Michael's. And if you notice, there's a cardinal here. And if you look at them, let's see if you can see. They're actually already on pop dots. Okay, so they're three-dimensional. And then it's sitting atop a Winter Wonderland sign. And then up here, these actually are individual. This is two together, and one here, excuse me, pine cones. Then I added a couple of snowflakes here. They're on top of red paper. I put the gold ribbon across the top. And down here on the second, or on the bottom row, excuse me, I used one of my punches, and I just kind of decorated with a little green on it. Wanted something a little bit different. And then over here in the last pocket, I put a Christmas tree, and I tied a bow using a piece of Christmas twine. And that is my first 3 pockets. Now, the next 3, carrying out the Christmas or Winter Wonderland theme, I have the red paper, and on top of it I put a green, wanted a little bit of contrast, and so I just used my edge punch, and I punched all of these across here, and I put up a pair of skates and tied some ribbon like they were hanging. That's the first one, and this is also from that 3D stickers that you can get, like at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And now this one right here, it says, Jesus is the reason for the season. And I put that in the center because that is what the whole season is about. And then I put some red jewels. And one right here on this little poinsettia, if you can see it. That is so cute. And then over here, this is kind of like a hanging. I made it with the Christmas braid, or I'm going to call it braid, okay? And it says Merry Christmas. And I personally do not like Happy Holidays. It is Christmas. And I always say Merry Christmas. Even in the stores, when a clerk says something to me, I say, oh, Merry Christmas. And, you know, most of the time they'll say Merry Christmas back to you. Because some store policies, yeah, you know, they don't want you to say Merry Christmas. Okay, continuing the same theme, I took the green and I didn't hole punch, but I actually snipped each corner with my punch, and it's the green on red. And this first one says, let's see, may the spirit of Christmas shine in you. And I hope that is what will happen with you this year, that you will be friendly to the clerks as you're in the store and wish them a Merry Christmas. Be a little extra kind and give an extra smile, because, boy, they go through a lot having to wait on all of us. And in the next one, it says Season's Greetings, and it says Noel. I wanted to put the letters downward, but, you know, too big, so we improvised. So we did this. And over here, what better exemplifies Christmas than a poinsettia? And I know I love poinsettias, to have those around my house at Christmas. So that's the front of my pocket letter. And I'm going to turn it this way just so you can see it. Now, there it is. And on the back, I didn't say, but I always put my name, Hazel Marie, November 2015. And that way, they always know who it's from, and they know when they received it. Now, on the opposite side, look at this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scene. I had some Christmas paper, and what I did was, it was a 12 by 12, and what you do is you actually decide which side of the paper you like best, and I cut off the side that didn't have as much interest on it, and I made it to where it would fit inside of these different pockets. As you know, these are a little over 2.5 inches by a little over 3.5 inches. And so what I did was I cut them, and then I put them in order. Now, I did have one time that was a little more difficult in putting back together. But this one was fairly easy, because you can see it has the end pieces And then here's the top of the tree, here's the rest of the tree, and you know that these are going to line up here. I just think that's a great way to put the back on yours. Now, I personally prefer to put something on the back of mine. You do not have to. A lot of people do not, and that's okay. Everybody's individual. They do what they want. But then what I do is I put my goodies in between the two pieces, as you can see. And in each pocket, there is a goodie. Now, on mine this year, or this time, I didn't do them last year, I actually included all Christmas goodies. And then in this pocket, right here, I usually choose the middle one. And let's see if I can get this out. These get pretty snug. I made a Christmas envelope. Look at that. A little Christmas envelope. And that is my note. Isn't that cute? Now, I have a punch for this, a die cut. But what you could do if you wanted to is cut this part separately or in a second round of cutting, and you could have a lace top. You could have a colored top. You could do whatever you wanted to. You could make this two-dimensional. But I happen to like it like that, and so that's what I did. And that is my letter to so that they can open that up and get my Christmas greeting. Now, I want to show you what I do with my pocket letter when I get through. Now, as we know, you can fold this pocket letter any way you want to. I always like to fold it with my charm on top. Now, I always make an envelope. You may or may not want to do this. Some people just simply put a piece of lace around it. They put a piece of paper around it. People are just very creative in how they do it. But I just make this very simple envelope. I find this easier. I take a 12 by 12 piece of paper and I cut off about 1.5 inches of it. And I just make sure that my pocket letter will fit inside. So what I'm going to do is fold this up. Oh, let me explain. I'm sorry. On my new piece of paper, what I do is I fold this up, make sure it fits, then I hot glue it on each side. Now I just press this down. Okay, I've got an envelope. That's all I do. Now, also making an envelope allows you the opportunity to just decorate it any way you want to do it. This particular one, I'm going to show you how I chose to do it. Everything's tucked inside, bring down the top. Now, if I were not going to do anything at all to it, I would just probably put some washi tape on it, or I would put a little glue across it, but that's not what I'm going to do. So, this right here is a paper doily. I love these. Aren't they pretty? Look, see how shiny they are? They're a foil, and I think they're so pretty. And so what I'm going to do is find the center of my envelope, and I'm going to put it just like that. Now, if this happens to stick over, you can manipulate it a little bit. It's easier after you get it all together. Now, these were some, I guess you would call them borders. That was in a pack that I bought of borders, and I got those at Hobby Lobby. And I found that they would not glue to itself because it's kind of a shiny or a texture that just doesn't adhere to itself. So I had to staple mine. Just whatever it takes to get them going. Now, it's a little harder doing this upside down, but that's okay. I can do it. Not a problem. Okay. Then I'm going to scoot this over. This sort of becomes like a belly band. And a belly band is simply something that goes around, and they're called belly bands. And just scoot it over to where you want it to be. Don't worry about it right this minute because we're going to put the other one on, and then we'll make sure that they line up. Okay, my second one is right here. And make sure you got the back to the back. And whoops, like I said, it's a little harder getting them back on, seems like the second time than it is the first time. That's okay, we got it. Now, I found out that my friend Letty, she said she laughs sometimes at me in my videos. I laugh at me too. Let's have fun with this. Let's don't just be stoic and not have a good time. Now, I do have to confess, yesterday when I was making this, I wasn't feeling real well, and I wasn't having a great time at parts of it. It seemed like every time I turned around, I did something I shouldn't do. One of the things that I did was drop my, or actually knock it off, was my big container that contains all of my bead separators, all of the pins, you name it. Everything went kasplooey all over the floor. I'm talking, they were everywhere. And I'm not sure I have them all up yet. And I haven't vacuumed. So I'm expecting to hear those little things rattling around as my vacuum cleaner picks them up. Oh, what I just did. You're not supposed to do that, peoples. But it happens sometimes. But we're not going to get super upset about it. We're just going to move him over. And I do have this kind of tight because I don't want this slipping and sliding and moving all over the place. But you get the idea. And I'm going to have to work with this a little bit more because I don't want my pocket letter to not look nice. That's the one thing that I do try is to make sure that things look nice. I'm kind of a stickler for that. I want it to look as though it were something that I would want to receive. And I certainly don't want to give someone something that I've only put half my heart into. That's not good. Okay, now we have our bands on, our belly bands on. Now, let me turn this back around. Isn't this the cutest little thing you've ever seen? And it says, Merry Christmas. And it is also built up. And I bought these on Etsy. I thought they were so cute. I believe it was Etsy. If it wasn't Etsy, it was eBay. I tend to get a little mixed up sometimes on where I buy stuff because I buy so many different things at different places. So, just push those in a little bit more. And there is my Christmas pocket letter. Isn't that cute? I just love it. I would love to be receiving this myself. What I'll do is I will include some goodies with it, a Christmas present to my pals, and I will put it in the mail and wishing them a Merry Christmas. I'll wish you a Merry Christmas now, but I'll wish you another Merry Christmas in December.